Welcome guys, so this is a cliffhanger problem. From where it stands, one step toward the cliff will send the drunk man over the edge. So basically, the drunk man is here, and this is cliff, right? So once you hit the cliff, then you will dead. Okay. And any step is probability of taking a step always one. So you must take a step, go from left or right. And the probability go from left is 1p, the right is 1 minus p. And what is the chance of escaping the cliff? So this problem is famous that we can use this result to solve other problems well. So let me explain how to solve it, and you can try it by yourself. So final result should be function of p. Okay. So when you are ready, then we can go to solution. Okay. So it depends on how to define. This is 1, this is 0. So from left is p, and from 1 is 1 minus p. This is somewhat different from the usual notation. Okay, but I like to use this notation. Okay. So basically, you can try different cases. Okay, but we can prove it. We can compute it by the recursion formula. Okay. So I can add p1. P1 just the probability go left one. Go left one step. So this p1 means that the probability is from 1 to 0. So this is not p. So p is just the first step. So this p1 is not the first. P1 is not just the p. P1 is the ultimately you will go to the 0. The probability will hit 0. Okay. So what we have is p1 just equals to p, because you have probability that you just go one step, and then plus 1 minus p, and it becomes here. Okay. Here is p2. So I define p2 is it start at 2 and go to 0. The probability is start at 2 and go to 0. And the p1 is the start at 1. I should say start at 1, and the probability go to 0. So from this observation, then we can make a observation that p2 is just p1 squared. Because when you need to go to 0 from 2, then you need to take 2 steps, p1 and p1. Okay, so fortunately is that we have a quadratic equation which everybody can solve if you study junior high school. Okay. Okay, so we can solve p. So let me solve it by Let me solve. Okay. Okay, so this is p1 square minus bp1 square. Okay, I should write it as this. Okay, and we use the minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. So we have this plus minus 1 minus 4 1 minus p divided by 2a. Okay, so looking at this is 1 minus 4p plus 4p squared. So it's 2p minus 1 squared. Okay, so p1 is 1 plus 1, 2p minus square to 1 minus p. Okay, so what we have is 1 plus 2p minus 1 squared divided by 2, 1 plus p, or 1 minus 2p minus 1 squared divided by 2, 1 minus p. Okay, you can see basically how to say this. Okay, so this is the answer, but you can check it. This is not square, sorry. So this is 2p, right? This is 2p to 1 minus p, so it's p over 1 minus p. And for this one, basically is 2p plus 2, so this is 1. Okay, so what we get is p1 just equals to 1 or p over 1 minus p. Okay, so you can check if p is 0.5, then p1 is 1. So that means when p is when it has the equally probability chance to go left or right, then the drunken man will ultimately dead, right? Okay, and so the answer, but answer should only depend on p, right? So we cannot say, oh, p. How about p is 1/3? Okay. Okay, so we need to choose the solutions for each value p. So when p1 is 0.5, then both are 0. Okay. So when p is 0, that means okay. So when p is 0, that means it must either go left is a 0, then it must survive, right? So p1 is 0. So when p is 1, then it must dead, right? So here, so this tells you that when p equals to 1, I should choose this. So p is 0, I should choose this. So it tells you that when p is less than half, then I should choose this. When p larger than half, I should choose this. Okay, this is easy that because you know the 0.5 is the threshold. If your probability go left is larger than 0.5, then you must dead. Okay, so this is the answer. So the answer is just the probability that the ultimate will dead. I call it FOP is this when p is less than 0.5 or p larger than 0.5. Answer is 0. This is 1. You must dead. You must dead. Okay, so this is our solutions. Okay, and so one famous example is p just 2/3. Oh, this is sorry, 1/3 means that it go left. It go left 1/3. You go left 1/3, and then the answer is this is very famous result when you have 1/3 probability to go left, and then your survive probability is 0.5. Is 0.5. Okay, and I think this solve these strongman problems, and the next time we will solve. Oh, by the way, so once you know p1, then you can calculate p2 just p1 squared. Okay, p3 just p1 cube. Okay, so basically you know how to dealing with any steps, at any starting point that goes 0. So basically we solve all the general case. Okay, I hope you guys like this video, and so be sure to subscribe to my channel. And I usually do math, physics, and other related to basically anything related to the math and physics. I did the video for it, and I did from high school mathematics to graduate mathematics. And I hope you guys feel this is helpful. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. Thanks.